All right, how's it going, my magnificent sons of bitches? I'm back again to go ahead and talk about the Bud Light situation, I guess. It seems to be a pretty hot topic for whatever hot topics are. This is about the most trendy topic that I've actually seen in a long time. You hear about the Trump indictments. Nobody cares because we've already heard this. It's been like, fucking 7 years now with these indictments, and it's old fucking news. Then you get, these, quote unquote mass shootings and weapons of war bullshit that we've seen time and time again. Whenever the news gets desperate, this is what they do. So now, it's been like they've been throwing out the transgender issues and a lot of these stories and whatnot, you know, trying to mix and match because ultimately the media doesn't get any fucking, they don't get any clicks on the media. You know what I'm saying? They don't get shit in the media. So they have to add a little bit of spice to it. So ultimately, you have this Bud Light campaign, which, to be fair to the transgender community, I don't even think that they like Dylan Mulvaney that much. He seems to be like an internet grifter, anyways. To a majority of the LGBTQ that I'm familiar with, anyways. It's one of those things to where it just seems like a bunch of leftist rhetoric bullshit. However, you know, and this is to the right, you have a lot of people that are like, oh, let's just boycott Bud Light. And I don't see how that solves it. It's kind of like the gay people whenever Chick-fil-A says that, they donate to these little organizations that they say, oh, it's anti LGBTQ or whatever the fuck. I don't see the point in like boycotting Bud Light if you drink Bud Light. All of a sudden, these motherfuckers, most of them probably drunk Bud Light, are like, I never drunk Bud Light. And if you were drinking a light beer, you were probably almost gay, anyways. That seems kind of lame. Trying too hard. I guess this is what's left of the people who do the memeing here on the internet for the most part, doing the right wing antics on the internet. There's not much left, really, to be honest with you, since the internet censored most of fucking everybody. However, like trying to do a boycott of a Bud Light because of some random promotion of some fucking YouTuber that has some sort of serotonin deficiency, whatever the fuck, you know, it's because you're not just affecting Bud Light. You're not just affecting the female who had the ridiculous plan to go ahead and put fucking Dylan Mulvaney of all people on a fucking Bud Light can. I mean, you're affecting the guys who drive truck for Bud, working class guys who have to go out and build the order, ship the order, that work in the plant, that work in the manufacturers. You're affecting a lot of fucking people by saying I'm going to boycott Bud Light simply because of a ridiculous publicity stunt, which was just ill advised. You know what I'm saying? And it was. And this is like I told Kev, this is like I told Steven. If it would have been Bacardi or something, I could see, this fucking, and I think that a lot of people are growing a little bit tired of your, and just, your groomer mentality. You know what I'm saying? They're getting tired of the shit of the people that are in these school districts and the people that are in at Disney and the people on the left. All these stupid protests that they do in schools. People are getting tired of the same old bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We're getting fed up with it. So, this is just kind of like a catalyst to, more people taking a staunch position on LGBTQ shit. And they've become out as Not enough now that you're out of the closet that you can go ahead, live in society without being. Now they're being more emboldened, and they're going too far, and this ends up being the issue. Had this been on a wine cooler, like I said, or Bacardi, considering their demographic, I don't think it would have been that big of a deal, to be honest with you. But it's like you took the most popular beer, and regardless of what everybody says on Facebook, on Twitter, whatever the right wing is trying to convince you of, Bud Light is probably the most popular beer. It's the easiest to drink. You can, you can drink more Bud Light. You don't get drunk near as fast. It's a party beer. It's exactly what the hell it is. It's a beer that is most commonly drunk because you know you're lengthening out your levels of just getting being able to drag it out. You can drink more Bud Light, sit down, go fishing. That's one of those beers. It's one of the more popular beers, regardless of what any of these people will tell you. Uh, I don't really drink anymore, but whenever I did, I usually drank Bud Light. That was my beer of choice, was Bud Light. To be honest with you, if I went out and got a beer, I'll take a Bud Light, and that's what I would have. Um, you know, it's stupid. If you're trying to sell more beer, first off, the whole damn campaign was stupid because they're trying to reach a younger audience. But as far as I know, like Dylan Mulvaney's targets teenagers for the most part. He's a TikTok person. Most of these people who watch TikTok are teenagers. They're probably too young to drink for the most part, which makes absolutely no fucking sense. While you would, I mean, that would be like getting fucking Big Bird to be on a fucking beer can. Say we're trying to target a younger demographic. Holy fuck! What the fuck are you doing? You're putting Elmo on the can. You don't need to go that young with your demographic. Ultimately, um, it wasn't a very, very smart campaign at all. And I ultimately I just think pretty much at the end of the day it was a publicity stunt. Um, you know, you could have developed a better tasting beer, a lighter tasting, a sweeter beer. You could have went in there and improved the quality, you know, to go ahead and appeal to a younger demographic that may, like a more of a wine cooler, which is what I say that the younger demographics drink. They drink like the wine coolers. They drink the fruity shit, the Zimas and stuff like that. You could have done that, but instead, what your big deal was you're gonna put some grifter on fucking TikTok on your can and expect people not to get offended. And then, like I said, at the same time, I see a lot of the LGBTQ people that are getting just as freaking aggravated with the bullshit going on right now in the media as anybody else. They're getting tired of the shit as well. And this is because of how desperate the left is. They can't produce anything of quality, so they have to go ahead and fling shit on the wall. You know, quality is not what the leftist does. It's all about, quantity. We need to give you more. We need to give you more, even though it's shit. And that's ultimately, this is why, like, leftists, and as far as business goes, it's not a very great idea of putting them in positions of trying to, you know, and to each their own. It's a preference of beer and whatnot. Like I said, for the most part, Scott, it's Bud Light is the popular beer. As marketing advertisements, it's always been the more popular beer. I mean, Coors is pretty popular too. Um, I'd probably say Coors is number two, but as far as like American beer goes, Bud Light, Coors are the two most popular brands. Um, so it is what it is. I don't see the point in trying to I guess boycott Bud Light. I mean, it is an adult beverage for the most part. You should be more concerned about boycotting Disney. See, if you had some real balls, if all these people that are getting offended, that are so triggered by them putting fucking Dylan Mulvaney on a can, then you need to go ahead and take that next step and say we need to boycott Disney because of their positions, because they're having all these drag shows at Disney. Don't sit there and say, "Oh, I'm just gonna give up," but like that's easy. It's easy to go to Coors because they basically taste the same. You know what I'm saying? Most beer tastes the same. There's very little difference, but they all kind of got that sour taste, and generally, you're drinking it, so it's not hard to go ahead and say I'm going to go. Like myself, I would probably, if I was going to boycott Bud Light, which I don't really drink, so it's not hard for me to boycott. But if I was going to boycott Bud Light, I'd probably go to Guinness. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that hard. I'd just start buying Guinness beer instead of Bud Light. However, like I said, if you were going to sit there and send a message, you're certainly not going to fucking send a shit by boycotting Bud Light. That's not going to send. But you start boycotting Disney, and then you make Disney start, stop putting in all this woke garbage propaganda. Then you're going to sit there and you'll prove something to me. You know what I'm saying? But to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm going to boycott Bud Light," a lot of the people who are, a lot of them probably don't even drink Bud Light, to be honest with you. You know, but the sales did go down, and it's not going to do anything. It's just going to hurt the people that work for Bud Light, the truck drivers, the people that work in the plants, the people that work in the warehouses, the people that depend on Bud Light to go ahead and give them a check and whatnot. You're hurting them. You're not hurting the top ups. You're not even hurting the fucking little fucking whatever her name is, that that executive that made the decision to put Dylan Mulvaney on a can, because she's going to get a severance package and they're going to take care of her. But you are going to hurt the guy that has to go in there, build the pallets, load the pallets on the truck, go out there. That's who you're hurting. You're not going to hurt anybody who deserves to be hurt. So, yeah. Anyways, I figured I'd go ahead and do this video, give my take on it. It's fun to meme. The shit's fun to meme, but the left is the only, and it's not a double standard. The reason, the left, you fuckers, y'all are the memes. You can't meme. Nobody's gonna take your shit seriously. It was dumb. It was stupid for them to do. It's fun to make fun of, but at the end of the day, getting all offended and saying that I'm going to boycott Bud Light because they put some stupid fucking grifter on the can, well, it's not going to do anything. So I hope that Bud Light can survive, as far as the people who depend on that job, are concerned, that they can go ahead and still continue as a company, because it's not fair that one stupid person's, but they should go ahead and send a message to everybody else in these woke businesses that you need to pull back from this woke bullshit. You need to stop. People are not, they're getting a little tired of the, what is it, the freaking what is it, Gay Pride Month and the Gay Pride Parade and the gay this and the gay that and the Black History this and all of this shit that you put. Because I wouldn't be surprised if the next move wouldn't be put fucking Dylan Mulvaney in the fucking NFL and him throwing fucking football passes out there, because your NFL is getting to be pretty fucking close to Bud Light with their stupid propaganda, their woke ass bullshit that they implement into the sports. I guarantee you nobody's going to boycott that shit. Are you going to boycott the NFL? Because they were getting woke way before Bud Light was. But no, you'll go ahead and allow that. But at the same time, you're going to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm going to boycott Bud Light because the message has to be sent." Yeah, you should have sent that message a long time ago before it got this far. Shouldn't you? But no, let me guess, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Oh, I'm a hater, or I'm a bigot, or I'm something else. Well, now you're seeing the results of not acting on it in the first fucking place, not saying, "I don't want to speak up because I might be considered a homophobe," Are racist. Now, we're a little bit too late for that now, right? Now, you're getting sick of the shit where if you would have just spoke up and said, hey, you know what? I get tired of all of this fucking woke ass bullshit coming on entertainment. These fucking NFL players kneeling on their damn knees, you know, this fucking gay rainbow shit everywhere, all over the place. We support diversity. Holy fuck. You just patronize motherfuckers. You don't support diversity. You don't give a shit about anything. It's just fucking patronizing motherfuckers. Just sitting there pretending that you give a shit about diversity. At the end of the day, you don't give a good goddamn about any of these people. You know, it's just, business as usual. We'll blow smoke up somebody's ass and then we'll go ahead and call it a day. That's basically it. And, these people are so out of touch in these marketing, businesses that it's not even funny. It just makes me not want to fucking watch anything anymore, invest in anything that much. But anyways, I figured I'd go ahead and do this video. I didn't even want to do it this long. But I figured I would do my video on it and just talk about it a little bit and say that the whole damn thing is stupid. It's not much different than whenever the left cries that they're going to cancel Chick-fil-A. The shit that you're doing to Bud Light is the same exact fucking thing. You're not going to, send a message to the fucking... They're not going to get it. They're going to continue to do the same damn thing. The best way to do it is just go ahead and speak out and tell people that you don't like the shit. You don't like being singled out. You don't like being patronized. You don't like the superficial motherfuckers, these ass-kissing motherfuckers coming out saying, oh, we respect you because of a certain color, a certain demographic, a certain sexual preference, whatever the fuck it is, transitioning, whatever it is. Just stop it already. Stop it. You don't care. All right? Nobody gives a shit. We all have to live, we care about each other, maybe, as individuals, if you got a transgender friend, or if you got a gay friend, or if you got a black friend, or if you got a Hispanic friend, or if you got a Catholic friend, Muslim friend, whatever the fuck. I have most of these people I have know somebody or am friends with somebody. And every one of them, right? But it's as an individual. I don't give a shit about the collective at all because I don't know the collective personally. So I don't care. And, I just don't want to see shit all over my TV every day, 24/7, saying you need to be more inclusive. You need to be this and you need to be that and take the shot and all this other shit. No, absolutely fucking not. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go and wrap this video up. You people tell me what you think. You like, sub. Do the shit YouTube tells me to do to get over. And for now, I'm out.